Pain champ.
Don't tell me what the fuck to do. Dude, I like contra points. Okay, so basically, the TLDR is J.K. Rowling tweeted some shit, like basically said there's only two genders, and that's triggered a bunch of people because, you know, in the common vernacular of today, gender doesn't mean sex, and then that's just like it's anti-trans effectively because you're moving the trans movement backwards. So then therefore people are trying to cancel the computer game, which is ultra cringe. So J.K. Rowling did some pretty fucking cringe shit. But then these guys are doing also, but then these guys are trumping that cringe by doing even more cringe shit. And this is kind of where we're at right now. Nobody's just looking at things reasonably. They're just like picking a side and then just going extreme one way. You know, just the usual shit. Okay. Let's explore the cringe. Okay. Is this the game that got leaked, by the way? Is this the game that got leaked, by the way? Like a couple years ago? And we were like, holy shit, new Harry Potter game, Pockies. Oh shit, okay.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Does it sound a little bit? Oh shit, that soundtrack's pretty tight though. Hogwarts Legacy. Okay.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this...
Dude, why is this giving me vibes, dude? Why is this giving me vibes, dude? You know what I'm saying, dude? This is giving me vibes of when I was like a kid and whenever a Dragon Ball Z was out and I like dreamed of a game where I could be a Dragon Ball Z gamer and I could like fucking live in the Dragon Ball Z universe and do all the Dragon Ball Z shit. And it's like, this is like that, but for Harry Potter, but a reality, dude. A reality, dude. It feels vibey as fuck. You understand what I'm saying, dude? Like, holy fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I got that kind of feeling from that. Like, holy fuck, it's like a universe that you can be in. It's like the kids of today actually get to do that.
Forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
In fact, this isn't going to be anywhere near as good as what you would imagine.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Okay.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin.
That's pretty cool.
After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
So you are the new student. That's diverse as fuck. I love it. That's bad. I'm guessing. So wait, Hogwarts is not limited to just people from like Britain, right? That's what's going on basically. That's badass. That's fucking cool.
You.
Wait, where do they go? Because I thought they all come from a train station. Don't they come from a train station? Is it like where are they?
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
Okay.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
You may begin.
Not bad for a beginner.
potions is one
The
of the
hell?
most...
He's like, you don't need to master magic that fast, bro. What the fuck? The fuck is that? That was cringe. The fuck, dude? You don't get to fucking instantly be good at magic. You gotta learn like Wingardium Leviosa. No, Ron, it's Wingardium Leviosa. You know that whole
challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
Okay.
You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways, as well as challenging
How's it so
puzzles
good at
that
how's
will
it so good at
require
magic
magical
instantly?
skill and a clever mind to solve.
Isn't that like half the story, like learning the basic magic? Isn't that like half the fucking thing? I guess it's not about that. I guess they don't care about that. I feel like that's like half that. Like that's the exciting part. It's like, you know, the superpower getting the superhero getting the superpower. You know.
You may even find yourself in iconic locations
shit.
you've never been
Dobby.
able to explore before. It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with
Is
them.
it the guy who comes out of the painting? Is it the painting guy?
This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special
Headless guy.
curriculum,
Oh, shit.
ones designed to help you catch up with the other fifth years at your own speed.
I wonder what the flying mechanics are like. I guess this is designed for console.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical
Goblins.
force, powerful goblins,
These are like orcs, effectively.
and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark
Is he
wizards.
exploding people right now?
You said you could
Is he
get
just
to the
exploding
trial
other
when they
people?
came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
What, are you some cursed guy who was touched by Voldemort as well? Or what's the deal? I don't understand. That's pretty good. You just say Reparo, dude, and you just bang it there, bro. Okay. Just fix the bridge. It just knows how to repair itself. You don't even. You
Enemies
just say
possess
Reparo,
unique
it knows exactly how to go
defensive and
back.
offensive abilities, including blasting curses,
The meta has
stunning
memory.
spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery
Okay.
of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes. Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations. Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Because it kind of makes sense that you have to do all this shit, because if you just, like, death raid people, it would be boring. Like, you know, so they got to make a game mechanic where you do, like, weird combos and shit and they get knocked around. It kind of makes sense. That's cool. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a massive Harry Potter guy,
Flam
you know.
with Descendo. Roast with Incendio.
I like Harry Potter.
Devastate your enemies
But I wasn't like a
using
Harry Potter
various
Andy, you know.
finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
I thought the whole point though is that Harry Potter could do all that shit because he was like fucking hit the lightning bolt, right? Like he hit that. What's he, a Horcrux or something? Some bullshit like that, right? Which gave him like special powers. Then he gave like, didn't he? That's why. That's because why wouldn't if all the students are doing magic, the professors don't understand. Why would the professors not understand the magic? You know what I'm saying? Why would they not understand the magic? You know? You know what I'm saying? How are they gonna possibly? Spoilers! Oh my god, dude!
On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
I've never read a single Harry Potter book, no. I'm just watching movies.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience.
I said I'm not a Harry Potter Andy, chat. Oh my god, no, I said that the opposite. I said I'm not a Harry Potter Andy. I said I'm not a Harry Potter Andy. Do you understand? I said I've literally just watched the movies one time. Okay, that's literally all I've done is just watch the movies one time. And so it's like my memory of it is like fucking very. And I didn't watch them when they came out. I watched like the newer ones. I just downloaded them off Pirate Bay. You know.
Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells,
cool.
plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear. That will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat.
Do you get with real money
Gear
or what?
can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Okay.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost. Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield.
I don't know, like, you drink the potion, because, like, for example, the potions in fucking Elden Ring suck so much dick because they're all so short duration that it just doesn't feel, like, worth using, dude. The opportunity cost of, like, using the potion and, like, what it does is so, like, ugh. Whereas if it's, like, you know, you can do it's more like Terraria potions, where you craft potions and shit, and they give you, like, buffs that last a decent amount of time. That actually feels good to do, you know? You're like, hell yeah, let's go.
And keep your enemies at bay.
Then again, you don't want it to feel mandatory.
You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind...
Are they mixing that fantastical beast thing with Harry Potter now? Are they mixing it? Is that getting mixed?
all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
There.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks.
Oh shit.
Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin.
We've been over this, boy. Figs cannot reverse a curse.
With a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
The fuck is that? The fuck is that? The fuck is the
One
room
of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that...
I'm sorry, what? Moonstone required 40? I swear to God, dude. Wait, I swear to God, dude. How the fuck do you get moonstones? I don't trust this at all.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Okay.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and
cool.
upgrade your gear.
I don't mind that. That's actually kind of cool. Wait, is it real time, like, or is it game time?
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like, wait, I don't understand. Is it multiplayer? Can your friend come into your fucking little garrison, or what's the deal?
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
No online.
From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of...
It seems like there's more to this game than than an average game, right? It's not like, like some dog shit game that you can play where it's like, ugh. What's that game I played recently? Which was kind of like, it was like Dark Souls, but like ultra scuffed. And it was like fucking, what was it? What's that game called? Not Wilson, not Elden Ring, no, Mortal Shell. Like, imagine trying to make a 22-minute video talking about all the features and stuff in Mortal Shell. You just couldn't, right? You just couldn't. This game is fucking had jack shit all in it, right? Ultimately, there was like 3 mechanics in the entire game. Whereas this has got a lot going on. But now, it could still be dog shit. But it could also be pretty fucking poggies. There's a chance it's actually pretty fucking good. But it's impossible to tell, really, until you really actually get in and play the game for yourself, right?
Of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic scenes...
They could just have a really good wrapping paper, right? And they could just be showing you all the best shit, right? They could be just showing you all the best shit right now. And actually, like, the guys say, like, 2 lines, and then they just fucking, you have to read text boxes, and it's not immersive at all. And these areas are actually, like, fucking scuffed and not really well thought out, and they're just, like, large, open, like, you know, or it could be, like, a Soulsborne universe where all the areas are really well thought out, and they all connect in really crazy ways, and they reuse the map multiple ways, and, like, the fucking lore is great, and the characters are really cool, and it could be, really good. I don't know, or it could be really dog shit. It's, like, it's impossible to tell, right?
And climates will...
But it looks promising. I'm going to be honest, so far, it's looking promising, right?
Fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student.
It's certainly AAA, isn't it?
Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle.
Like, do you think there's going to be more than, like, 5 mob types as well? Because to be fair, we haven't really seen that many mob types, actually. Fucking like in New World, they brought New World out, and it was like literally like every dungeon had the same boss, just like a slightly different skin, but it was like the exact same boss. Like, oh, or do you think it's gonna be some New World shit?
Walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement. But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path. Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
I'm not getting into chills, I'm going to be honest.
Here,
Not
in
getting
Hogwarts
chills.
Legacy.
Pretty good OST. Pretty good OST, but that doesn't quite do it for me. Doesn't quite do it for me. There's more. Okay, Poggies.
That was your first extended look at...
And the attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years. The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
Oh, did they use the canon from J.K. Rowling talking about how they use spells to, like, make the fucking colon cleanse? Well, they don't actually have to take a shit, so now the wizards take shits?
The
Did they do that?
movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
They're going with the vibe that I was describing, by the way. Like that game you've always wanted. Like, you know, when you imagine as a kid. Like, they're going for that vibe. That's the vibe they're going for. But that's a large... You shouldn't have promised that unless your game's going to be amazing. Like, that has to be like some Elden Ring tier shit. If you're going to start saying shit like this, you can't, like, that's a really big precedent, or that's a really good expectation to set, right? Like, they're setting it high.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
So it's angry.
Just the discovery of, like, seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world...
ARPG? Wait, what the hell? Dude, let's go. What up, dude? I'm an ARPG gamer, man. Oh, shit, this is my fucking game, boy.
We just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
I mean, it's kind of spooky, but is this official once they do this?
We're creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know, in the Wizarding world that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding world from, you know, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own.
Okay. Huggies.
Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Oh shit.
Our process of development
can he
started
bend air?
with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we'd start with a new feature, we'd dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room. You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know.
Nobody likes the Hufflepuffs. Who wants to be in the Hufflepuff common room? Nobody ever fucking asked that question, bro. Of course, the guy wearing a hat indoors is fucking asking that question, dude. Nobody wants to be a fucking Hufflecook. Yeah, dude.
Know that fans will recognize certain names. They'll recognize spells. They'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway. I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself.
Yeah.
That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
You need to make it be alive and having events, so it's ever changing. So it's like its own character. Okay, if you're good enough at making a computer game, okay, you can make a fucking city a character.
To know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're gonna have to walk
Straight
it.
facts.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
Oh shit, what's a sentient castle?
We recreate
like
those
that.
very important locations. And then there's these
More of a
other
metaphor of
places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to. And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all that together.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
Okay, I might this.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts.
Okay, I don't know about that. 45. You've been producing the game for like how long? And you've been just walking around Hogwarts. It's so beautiful for 45 minutes. Okay, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can do that. Like when I played Elden Ring, I got the chills like 27 times plus, just looking at a panoramic view. But I mean, ultimately, how long was I looking at vistas for? Over my entire playthrough of Elden Ring, maybe like 20 minutes.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
Okay.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
Is that Warner Brother Games?
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come.
Okay, there we go. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad. No, I think it looks... I think it just looks like it looks. It looks like it could be a game. Okay, let me, you know what, chat? I'm going to get the VTuber thing, chat, and we're just going to go like this. It's because actually it seemed like a good idea. I just didn't think it would get used this much. I figured it would just get like, occasionally get turned on, then turned off. We'll look into different...